We've never lived in a time where the attention of our consumer is easier to get to. The cost to do content on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, these platforms is super low. It's hard, it takes time, you need to make a lot of it, but the cost is low. The ads are low, and even more importantly, the organic reach on some of these platforms is very high. I'll give you one very tactical thing. If you are not producing content on LinkedIn every day, you're making a huge mistake. Let me explain why. LinkedIn today, and remember, it's not up here, but my last book, Crushing It, I see it, right? I didn't even write about LinkedIn in that book. I wrote that 18 months ago, and LinkedIn is not even in that book. It was that not important. I put every other platform, but 18 months ago, if I was here, I wouldn't even said the word LinkedIn. Today, it is easily, in my opinion, one of the most ridiculous places for you to put content to drive your business, because the organic reach, you could have no followers on LinkedIn. You could sign up for a LinkedIn account today, write an article or make a video about whatever the hell you do for a living, post it, and get more people to see it than if you have 5,000 followers on Instagram, because the organic reach is reaching new people. The problem is, back to the first point I made on the other side of the stage, if what you're saying or writing isn't bringing value to the audience, it's selfish for you to get their money, you're gonna lose. Whoever holds their breath the longest wins. The quicker you go for the sale, the less leverage you have. The more you try to disguise your sale, the more full of shit you are. This is the foundation and the framework that has forever worked for me. What's amazing about this world, and if you're not following along in the first 15 minutes, let me say it one more time. I believe that every business, every person has to produce pictures, videos, and audio sounds for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Obviously, if you're in Japan, you have to do it for Line. Obviously, if you're in mainland China, you have to do it for WeChat or Weibo. If it was 5 years ago in Indonesia, you had to do it for Path. I don't care the name you put it. It's the social networks where people interact. That's where you need to be. The luxury of this market is a couple things. When I look at the costs associated with the advertising on Facebook and Instagram, on YouTube, it's ridiculously low in this market. Even lower than it is in the US, and as you know, every day I yell about how underpriced it is. So imagine how good of a deal I think you have. To me, the concern I have, and why I've started this talk the way I have, is because I'm concerned about what you're gonna say. A lot of people don't know what to say. They're insecure. Why would somebody listen to me? And so what they start to do is fake it. They start to pretend they're an expert. They start to wear clothes that makes it look like they're successful. They fake it. It will never work. What you're much better off doing is documenting your journey. You don't need to be an expert. You need to be honest. If you notice, sometimes I said it earlier, I talk about the same stuff, and once in a while somebody will leave a comment, or even here will be like, Gary, you talk about the same shit, and I look at them like, do you want me to lie and make up shit? Of course I talk about the same shit, because I've been running businesses for 20 plus years, and it works. And when I look at other businesses that work, they're doing the same thing I'm doing. And then when I look at other things, I see businesses sometimes that work for a year and then collapse, because it's what I've been talking to you about for the first 15 minutes, which is if you're gonna be built on shit, you're gonna sink.